Hello college community families, students, and community members. The purpose of this video is to update you on our district's transition to standards-based learning and reporting. My name is Noreen Bush, and with my colleagues from the Curriculum and Instruction team, Tracy Shipper and Sue Scala, we will be updating you on our current state as well as where we're headed as a district on standards-based learning and reporting. Our district's long-term goal is to create a personalized learning system that meets every student's needs in attaining high levels of learning. Therefore, identifying clear curriculum rooted in standards for all has been the focus of our district for several years. The timeline in front of you articulates what our most recent work has been from 2014 to the present, and on the end of the timeline, 24-25, articulates where we would like to be. So what does this look like for students and parents in a standards-based learning world? The box on the left articulates our long-term goal of year 2019 and where we hope to use an information system to report student learning and evidence of their learning in a standards-based learning world. And the box on the right articulates a shorter-term goal of by the fall of 2017 where we hope to be as an entire system. Our district uses Infinite Campus as a student information system. Our parents know that more as Parent Portal as well as our students. So our long-term goal is that all teachers K through 12 will report on student learning that could be accessed by students and parents through the Parent Portal to see how students are performing. In our short-term transition, we will notice some differences in the secondary world especially as we transition from a points and percentage system to a standards proficiency system. Students will still receive letter grades of A, B, and C in grades 8 through 12. However, students will not only have a letter grade, they'll also see their performance based on proficiencies towards standards.
At this point, you're probably asking, how will standards-based learning help my child? Well, standards-based grading and learning is rooted in improving student achievement. By focusing our instruction and the alignment of our curriculum with those essential standards, we enhance our communication between students, parents, and teachers, and better enable them to be successful in class. In addition, work habits such as work completion and punctuality are reported separately, which makes it easier to interpret the grade. Standards-based grading really measures how well students understand the material in a course. It's based on a specific set of identified standards that they need to meet for a grade or a content level. Performance marks are not a comparison of one student to another, but rather a way to measure how well the student is doing on that grade level standard or course standards. It really allows parents and students to understand more clearly what's expected of students and help them be successful in their classes. So basically, a standards-based approach indicates what a student knows and is able to do. The scores that you'll see your student receive indicate their progress towards learning those standards. Those standards are clearly communicated ahead of time and based on more complex tasks as opposed to just rote memory. In addition to that, students are given multiple opportunities to demonstrate their learning with an emphasis placed on the most recent evidence of their learning toward that standard.
Many parents and community members wonder how standards-based learning and grading is different from traditional grading. In the traditional system, students receive one grade per subject or course. In a standards-based environment, students receive multiple proficiency marks for each course. These marks indicate a student's level of learning in relation to specific learning standards. In a traditional setting, many elements factor into a final grade, including behavior, attendance, academic performance, and possibly extra credit. In a standards-based environment, academic performance is reported separately from behavior and other factors. Averaging scores to determine final grades is a common practice in traditional settings. In a standards-based learning environment, a teacher uses his or her professional judgment and multiple pieces of evidence to determine a student's level of proficiency. More weight is given to the student's most recent performance as opposed to simply averaging all tasks. In traditional settings, students are provided one opportunity to show learning and must accept the grade given for that task. In a standards-based environment, we work hard to ensure as many students as possible meet the target the first time, but also allow for additional teaching, learning, and practice for those who did not meet the standard the first time. Retakes are allowed in a standards-based learning system. There are a number of things parents can do to support your student in a standards-based learning system. Most of these recommendations can fall under the categories of expectations, communication, and general support. At College Community, we believe that all students can achieve at high levels. Students rise to the occasion when the adults in their lives set a high bar and provide encouragement and support for them to get there. Being present for instruction and opportunities to learn are critical to student success. Therefore, it's recommended that parents continue to promote strong attendance. Parents are encouraged to have regular conversations about your students' learning. Rather than asking only about grades, dig deeper into those conversations and discuss the learning standards that are behind the grade. Additionally, you can support your student by reinforcing effort and perseverance in learning. Students really benefit from hearing your stories about times when your hard work and additional learning paid off. Every student needs champions in their lives who will celebrate their successes and encourage them to pursue their passions. Thank you for your continued partnership in student success.